almost 600 viewers now, which is really hype because like this is especially for a first time casting back, and we get to cast some hype CT match. Oh yeah, of course he went to Pit.
And speaking of hype CT, we're getting right into game number 1 here on PS2.
Pit is so super good at fundamentals, but let's see how he fares against the Resident Peach main.
Yeah, I was going to say the master of defensive play within the CT scene, Ling himself, been a top player in Smash in New England since the early days of Smash 4. So hard to get by, and Skink has been around the block with this Pit, found some good wins, but hasn't managed to break through onto the PR just yet, and Ling showing why early, finding these conversions, just racking on this damage, and just not letting Skink land or reset to neutral at all.
So I've noticed that, like, as Pit's aerial and as neutral is very good, a lot of the times Peach can just kind of run at him with, an aerial, and it'll beat it because of the nature of like the multi-hits. And I'm not saying Ling has to respect Pit, but he really kind of doesn't. Aside from like his kill options, like you don't want to be floating above Pit ever. You don't want to be, you'll get caught off guard with.
Oh no!
See, and now I think Ling dashed back to kind of bait that out, and he punished accordingly. Super unsafe on shield.
And I mean, right, knowing that you can just shield that and pull out a smash attack. So good. The one thing that Ling has to be careful of is throwing these turnips, because that shield will put them right back. It's a good movement tool, but as you said, right, Pit is very fundamentals, and that's not just because Skink's Pit is very fundamentals. Pit's really good and has a lot of sauce, but the thing that holds him back is he's maybe a little too honest compared to the other characters in this game, and we're seeing why here.
And you know, that's always been Pit's problem. It's the character is too honest, which is like, especially like from Brawl and like PM, the character's great. Character's amazing, but like Smash 4 and Ultimate, he's just generally all I interesting. Cut that turn up.
Yeah.
He kind of toss it away.
I think it's just like you want to threaten with the space, and then you don't really want to have yourself do the execution test if you don't have to, if you're not going to use it of that Z catch aerial. But the back air just going to find it coming in. Ling on his way to just say, hold on, guys, I'm on a clock here. Here. You know, all the way early on into a 3 stock at the moment. Skink just really, I don't think, has Skink won like neutral once in a significant fashion? Well, I guess now he has, finds the stock, but
that's a combo.
Yeah.
Down throw up air and it kills.
Yep.
When did they buff that?
they also have up tilt up air, which kills in a couple
I know that. Okay, yeah.
They also have on certain DIs drag down. They have drag down loops that actually, if you DI in or don't, unless you DI, I think it's up and away. It actually can be in. It just is a zero dash.
Oh, wow.
So some stuff, and now you've got Pit with a stitched face. Maybe he can make something happen, but now Ling in disadvantage. It's Skink managing to rack on a fair amount of percent here in the past 20 seconds. He not only found the stock, but put on 102 boot. If he can find the stock, he's still very much in this game, which is wild to say, considering only a couple seconds ago he was so far behind.
Oh yeah, I like the up throw there to just, so like, I don't ever agree with, me personally, I don't ever agree with throwing Peach in the air, because now you have to deal with the mix-up of her landing when she has all these super great options to just land on, and then, like just go off stage. Like, it's better to... Nair? Yeah, he got the back hit of Nair.
Yeah, float Nair at ledge so incredibly strong, because in certain matchups like this one where the character doesn't have a hitbox on their up B, right? When they're forced into actually recovering, they have no way to contest it, and it's just a timing check. And if you've played Smash as long as someone like Ling has, you don't miss those.
Yeah.
You don't miss those.
100%. And it's kind of like every day in the lab for him. You know, it's like, how do you really get around that? And then you don't up B on stage because like that move is so laggy, and again the same issue, like you don't have a way of hitting your opponent coming back to stage. But it is a new game. As you can see next to Ling's name, there is a little crown, and that is, he is Metafy certified. So if you are looking to get a lesson, be sure to hit up Metafy and search him up. He's a really great teacher at the game and just of his character.
Yep, and just one of the nicest people in the scene too, to boot, right? Ling not always a man of many words, but everything he says counts. If you ever get told anything by Ling, pay attention.
100%. So right now it's just a little bit of just neutral exchange between Skink and Ling, but for the most part, Ling has been consistently getting hit with Nair, and I feel like Skink is, you know, caught on to like that's how to stuff out Peach, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, it only goes too far.
Skink's spacing, at least early on, was a lot better, but now he's starting to get a little antsy. He sees that this game is close. The down tilt fair not going to do it quite yet, but Skink is starting to drift in with these like full forward aerials and going a little too low, going to lose the stock.
I'm surprised he didn't just like use the jumps for the scenario, you know? Like, just to be sure. You know,
he hadn't gone back to stage, so he was running pretty low on jumps. I do understand trying to pull it out in that scenario, because you also just want to mix up the timing on Ling, right? Make it a little harder for him to get back, but it's not going to matter. Going for that up smash, you see Skink starting to get a little bit antsy, but finding the back air, still not going to kill, though. And this is...
Yeah, that's going to kill, though. Yep. The Nair is, that Nair is definitely going to kill him. Oh, okay.
And that's another Saturn. That's Ling's second of the tournament. That's how you know someone's meant to be a Peach main, is when they just pull the most broken items whenever they need them.
Yeah.
And I mean, that coming in clutch today for Ling.
It's just like Luigi main. It's just like you'll get your misfires when the time comes, right?
Don't remind me. I got misfired 3 times in a row the other day. Anyways, is getting right back into the game. Ling in the corner situation, just a fair taking some stage position, and Skink now again getting caught in the corner. I like the neutral get it mixed up. He hasn't gone for that a ton, so finds his way out of the corner situation. But again, Ling just can sit there, can challenge you over and over, make you make those execution tests until one of you messes up, and eventually you're just gonna find it with the back air. Peaches took us coming in and taking this off.
That's just like a catch-22. Like Pit doesn't have a lot of options to do that. You either, you tech, you live, but like you're still in off stage versus Peach. And it's just like,
yeah, and wow, he's going all the way out there just fishing, but Ling saying, I dare you.
Yeah,
come out.
Ling knows the extension of his his character. So like, yeah, like there's no reason to commit there.
Yep. And oh no, Ling barely finding his way back. I love that mix-up, but the back air again not going to do it. This is the same situation as Skink found his only other stock, but this time I'm letting Ling go low. Ling finding his way back to stage, this dash attack, trying to find a way to make anything happen, close this out, and again in the corner situation, Ling has done all of his work here.
Oh yeah, it's a long climb up for Skink, but like I think if he just gets just like nice solid back air or like gets a read on his jump, like I think he has the potential to bring it back.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
But also, like, Pit doesn't have those 70-80% combos.
Yeah, it's
so
just all just all strings.
You have to, even if you take the stock, you have to beat Ling
in
neutral over and over. Like, you have to probably beat him 5 or 6 times in neutral, and right now he's even struggling to get the one hit, find his way out of the corner, and even reset to neutral. Ling finally letting him backing off, just taking a platform, finding a turnip, and just basically showing one of the most powerful things you can do in Ultimate is just not approach.
100%. And like if you don't have a lead, if you have a lead, why do you need to approach? It's like why? Your opponent's losing.
Yep.
You know,
it's like
at that point you're just kind of playing the game for fun.
Remember, if you're winning, there's no reason to you want to be winning, make winning as likely as possible.
Yes.
And if you're trying to hit your opponent and risk getting hit, why would you do that? Speaking of showing it right there, right? Skink forced to come in, getting hit, barely hanging on, but he cannot get hit again. And yeah, that's gonna do it.
Yeah. Well, that was. I literally watched Ling run across the stage, ignored it, pulled out a turnip, and then just he was like, "Oh, okay, we can play the game again."
Yeah, no. Ling